Hey, what's happening, everybody? Hey, welcome back to the channel. Or if it's your first time stopping through, welcome to the channel. Hey, if you like sneakers or you like fragrances, you definitely found a home over here on YouTube because, as you can tell, I've got a passion for both. Maybe too much of a passion for both. But check this out. As long as you're paying your bills, you're paying your mortgage, you're taking care of your family, you're doing everything that you're supposed to do, and you just throwing some extra money on your hobby, in my opinion, nothing wrong with that, man. Live your life. You only got one of them. Today, we're going to be talking about my top 7 favorite fragrance pickups. And that's tough to say for me for some reason. Favorite fragrance pickups of 2024. I did the same thing with my sneakers leading up to my sneaker of the year. I'm going to do the same thing with my fragrance pickups. All these came out in the year 2024. And yeah, let's get into it, man. Roll the tape. All right, so in no particular order. Now, again, at the end, I will show you my favorite fragrance pickup of the year. So the last one will be my favorite, like number one fragrance that I picked up, in my humble opinion. Another disclaimer, real quick, before we get started. Uh, I like citrus fragrances, aromatic fragrances. So a lot of what you're going to see is going to reflect that. I like sweet fragrances, okay? I bought a few fragrances that lean a little bit in the darker realm, woodsy kind of things. But a lot of my pickups this year that were like that were like from Mancera. I picked up red tobacco, stuff like that, but it didn't come out in 2024. These are just strictly releases that came out in 2024. Again, my 7, no particular order until we get to number 1. Let's roll with it. The first one right here that I've got, wipe this off because this thing is a fingerprint magnet. This is a rebrand, or as we call it in the sneaker community, a retro. This right here is Gucci Guilty Essence. Okay, Gucci Guilty Essence. This is a very nice fragrance, especially if you're just getting into fragrances. I would definitely recommend picking this up. Again, this used to be Gucci Guilty Black, and then Gucci for some reason said, you know what, let's rebrand it and call it Gucci Guilty Essence. This guy right here in the opening, you're going to get what you get from most of the Gucci Guilty line, which is that neroli, that orange blossom, so it comes across with a very smooth kind of citrus, if you will. So really good. It also has lavender in it, and as it dries down, you get some of that patchouli, and you get some of the. I think it has cedar. It definitely has some woods in it, so you get that woodsy dry down. But the star of the show here is definitely the neroli and the orange blossom. So very good juice right here. If you're just starting your collection out and you want to get something from Gucci, I would suggest Gucci Guilty Essence. All right. So moving in to the next fragrance right here, we have one, and I'm going to be honest with you. Again, fingerprint magnet, man. Let me get this stuff off real quick. All right. So this one right here is a limited edition by Chanel. And it came out over the summertime. A lot of people was kind of hating on this fragrance because they were trying to compare it, I'd say, to like to the original Allure Homme Sport. This is Chanel's Super Leggera. This is the Allure Homme Sport line, but this is Super Leggera. And I'll say this, guys, I think this is a wonderful fragrance. Again, I'm kind of partial to citrus openings, and this has that. You're going to get mandarin. You're going to get some grapefruit in this guy, so it opens up bright, fresh, really, really good opening. And then as you work through it, you're going to get in the mid, and it comes through immediately. Right after that citrus pop, you're going to get some of those woods, some of that, I want to say it's got like cedar in it as well. May have a little bit of amber wood in it, but all in all, man, this right here reminds me, a lot of people are like, oh, it doesn't smell like Allure Homme Sport or whatever. It really don't. There's a little bit of creaminess in that dry down. I think there may be some tonka in here. But what I really pick up on this, if you want to compare it to something, is Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Now, again, it's a different fragrance, but you got that grapefruit opening, you got that creamy mid with those woods coming through. So all in all, a good fragrance, man. I think it's very underestimated, but coming in at number 6, again, I shouldn't even say that because I'm not ranking them. But number 6 on the list is Chanel Allure Homme Sport Super Leggera. All right, so where are we going to go next, guys? Where are we going to go? Let's move into one of my favorite houses, if not my favorite house that I buy from, and that is Paco Rabanne. This one right here, again, I think is one that really doesn't get a lot of love in the community. People were kind of underwhelmed with this one. I like it right from the get-go. A lot of people say this smells like Santal 33, or is kind of I won't say a dupe, but in that same realm as far as the way this one smells. But this is million, not 1 million, but million gold. And you can argue that because there's actually a 1 right there. But this guy right here has sandalwood, it has spices, it's got a mandarin orange, and it's got cedar. So a lot of woods and spices in this guy. This is one that I was telling you that I bought that kind of gets outside of that tropical territory that I like. But gosh, man, this guy, to me, in my opinion, this guy smells really, really good. Would I select this as my favorite Paco Rabanne 1 million? Definitely not. That would go to 1 million Parfum. 1 million Parfum by far is my favorite out of the whole line, with probably 1 million Lucky being in second. But for 2024, I really enjoyed this release by Paco Rabanne. And again, I could have went with Invictus Parfum, stuff like that, but no, I'm going to choose Million Gold. Again, nice woody, just and it's kind of aromatic as well, to be honest with you, in my opinion. But nice woody scent, definitely high on the cedar. Good fragrance, man. Check it out. That's Million Gold by Paco Rabanne. All right, so where to next, guys? Where to next? Let's jump into a fragrance that this thing came out of nowhere. It really came out of nowhere, and it also came from the rack room stores like TJ Raw or TJ Ross. I guess you could call it TJ Ross, TJ Maxx, Burlington, Marshalls, stores like that. And guys, this thing is really good. It's aromatic citrus. And this is a great pickup. As a matter of fact, I like doubled and tripled up on this guy. And I'm glad I did, because it's a limited edition release, but it's Tommy, man. Tommy Vibrant Summer. I don't know how many people have got this in their top list, but it's definitely in mine. This thing has solar notes in it. It has rosemary. It has lemon. I compare this like to a budget Le Beau. So if you've ever smelled Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Beau or Le Beau Le Parfum, really I would say Le Beau. This right here is a budget-friendly version of that. I still got another box sitting right here. It was $22.99. So yeah, if you can find this in stores anymore, I would definitely suggest picking it up. Especially we have spring and summer coming up. This is a great beach scent, man. It puts you in that that frame rate, and it also has like a clean musk smell to it as it dries down. So again, guys, for 20 to 25 bucks for a what is this, like a 3.2, 3.4 ounce bottle, 100 ml, you can't beat it. And this stuff, yeah, you you really, this is brilliance in a bottle for that cost. Now, if this was 150 bucks for the longevity that you get out of this, maybe not. But for 20 to 25 bucks, man, you can just take this and respray it whenever you want to. This is awesome, man. This could have been up there for fragrance of the year for me. And I know it's just a Tommy Hilfiger fragrance and nothing niche or whatever, but guys, great fragrance right here. Tommy Vibrant Summer. All right. We're getting close, man. Where are we going next? Let's see. Let's go with this guy. This is a John, and it just so happened to work this way as I'm looking over here and looking down at my fragrances that I've got laid out. This is a Jean Paul Gaultier, whatever, whatever you want to call it. And this thing has a simple kind of note breakdown, but I'm getting the fingerprints off of it, guys. This is another finger. Why are all my bottles fingerprint magnets, man? Do I just got them kind of fingerprints that rub off on everything? Pause. Jean Paul Gaultier's Scandal. Okay, this on a lot of people's list. This is number one. I think like on those sites like what is it, Perfumo and Fragrance Net, not Fragrance Net. That's where you buy them from. Fragrantica. Yeah, Fragrantica. I think this right here is like highly, highly rated for 2024. But guys, yeah, this is a very, very sweet fragrance. If you don't like sweet fragrances, stay away from this. If you do like it, in the same similar veins of like 1 million Lucky, I was talking about that earlier, you're gonna love this stuff. It has Mirabelle plum in it, so it's got a little bit of I won't say citrus, definitely not citrus. It doesn't have citrus. If anything, here's the thing: it's got plum in it. You can detect it a little bit, but the star of the show right here is the chestnut. It's got chestnut in the mid, and it stays in with the whole fragrance, man. So if you like it's almost like a gourmand. If you like roasted chestnuts, that kind of smell, this is great for the holiday season, which we just got out of. But it's still, this for a wintertime fragrance. This right here is a star. You got to pick this up if you're looking for a wintertime fragrance and you like sweet fragrances. Pick this guy up. It's a great gourmand. Again, roasted chestnuts, and it's got the dry down. It has like a vanilla smell to it. So vanilla roasted chestnuts, man, good stuff. Jean Paul Gaultier's Scandal. This is another one that's sort of sweet, gourmand. I won't say darker tone, but it's not tropical by no means. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, there you go. Now, it just happens to be that my next one, and then we're going to get to my favorite fragrance of the year. But my next one is a John Paul Gaultier fragrance as well. This guy right here eluded me so much during the year, and I finally got my wife actually got me a bottle of this from John Paul Gaultier's website. The gift set. I did an unboxing of that live, and I did a first impressions. I've not done a full review on this yet, but this is John Paul Gaultier's Le Beau Paradise Garden. This stuff right here nailed the LeBeau line. Finally, I've got there. Let's see, right over there. There's LeBeau's. I don't know if you can see them or not, but anyway, this right here is my favorite out of the line. So if you're going to buy one from the LeBeau line, this is my favorite. Again, I am huge on tropical fragrance scents, and this one right here, if I had to pick one of the best of the year, and maybe even the best that I own in my collection that's tropical, yeah, it would be this guy right here. It'd be between this and Hugo Boss Bottled Pacific. I love that stuff as well. It's very hard to find now, but this was hard to find too. But anyway, coconut, you get that same coconut from the LeBeau line, but this one has more green. It has green notes in the opening. So as you can tell by the juice color right here, Juice World, this right here, RIP, this right here, it has more of a green opening, so you have that like rainforest kind of smell. I don't know what that makes. It's like a rainforest kind of scent in the beginning. You get that blast of coconut that makes it really tropical. But the star of the show on this, to me, is that tonka, and all the other ones have that dry down that is has a little bit of tonka in it, but it really comes forward in this one. The opening is fan freaking tastic. The dry down, it has a little bit of that woods to it, but you're going to get more of a sweetness. Whereas in the other LeBeaus, LeBeau Le Parfum and the regular LeBeau EDT, in my opinion, has more of a woodsy dry down smell. This one goes a little bit more in a sweeter, greener direction. So tropical blast up front, sweeter in the dry down. My type of fragrance all day long, guys. I can't recommend this enough. The hype is real on this one. A lot of people down, content creators, oh, you hyping the fragrance up. Get your nose on it, try it out, and then come back and holler at me, man. It's good ish right here. So anyway, John Paul Gaultier's Le Beau Paradise Garden. All right, guys, drum roll, please. Here it is. This is my favorite fragrance pickup of the year. Now, a lot of people may disagree with this one, okay? And I'll tell you why, because this one right here is generic. Let me put the cons out. It's generic. It's not anything complex. It's mass appealing, which to the fragrance, I hate to say this, but it is what it is. The fragrance snobs out there, they're like, no, not good. That does not check the box that I like when I'm buying my fragrance. However, for the normal folks out there that just want something that smells good, it's easy to reach for, you can wear it any time of the year. You can wear it dressed up, dressed down. It's not going to offend anybody. If I had to have one fragrance that I picked up this year that I could recommend to anybody when they say, hey, Jamin, what would you buy if I had to buy one cologne from 2024, what should I get? Be this guy right here. This is Ralph Lauren's Polo 67. I wore this fragrance more than anything this year. It's probably, I don't know if you can see the juice in there. It's probably like down to about right here, which you may say, oh, that's not a lot. Well, it when you have quite a few fragrances, it is a lot. So I mainly wear this during the summertime, during the spring. I'll definitely be rocking it again during the spring. I've been wearing my John Paul Gaultier, the one that I was showing in my 1 million gold during the colder months. But man, for the summer and spring, and really again, like I said, for any time of year, Polo 67 is where it's at. What do you get out of this? Why is this so mass appealing? It's the pineapple, man. The pineapple in the opening, the pineapple, the bergamot. You get some lemon. It's got some sage in it. It's got juniper. That's another one. It's got juniper, and I love juniper. Juniper has this like a cooling effect to it. So you take the juniper, you mix it in with those citruses and that pineapple opening, and then you got sage a little bit in the mid or whatever. This right here, in my opinion, is a freaking I mean, it's really, really good. And I want to say, I can't remember, so you'd have to fact check me on this one, but I want to say this one has vetiver in it as well in the dry down, which gives it a little bit of a earthy kind of tone. So it turns it into more of a mature fragrance. I couldn't think of the word that I'm looking for, but more of a mature fragrance right here. So, yeah, my favorite fragrance pickup of the year is Polo 67. Hey, you guys get down in the comments and let me know what your favorite fragrance pickup of the year is, your top 7 list. I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed today's content, by the way, please hit the thumbs up button for me. It helps me, get my video across YouTube and whatnot, and I'd be much appreciative. So with that, I'm signing out. Y'all stay safe out there. I'll see you next time. Peace.